well, he's a game player, but he's also, you know, you first see him when he's introduced into the game reality. And I'm one of those obstacles that the main characters have to deal with. The guy is a gas station attendant that kind of moonlights doing these illegal bioport insertions. He hasn't done many. He's new at this. And there's some degree of comedy in recognizing that. So it's, you know, it's evocative of other things, whether it's any kind of moonlighting or backroom abortions or drug dealing or things that are kind of, you know, in a kind of subculture, in an illegal and kind of dangerous subculture. So that's the milieu he's in. On one level, it's very mundane because he's a gas station attendant, but then there's a whole other world behind it. And this is also complicated by the fact that from the start, Allegra, the role played by Jennifer Jason Leigh, she's being pursued. And I appear to be unassuming gas station attendant, but then it turns out I'm one of the many people that are trying to see the price on her head.
Well, and there's different movements. There's the realist movement and the anti-realist movement.
Right, which that all confuses me. From Gas's perspective, it's all about hard cash.
Well, like you said, he's like a backroom dealer that's just trying to make some money.
Right.
But I think from reading the script, it's like nothing is as, I mean, without giving it away, nothing is as it seems, really.
Right. Right.
Do you think that makes it more challenging to sort of play this part because in a way he's not what he seems to be?
I think that's, you know, I think nothing's ever the way that it seems to be. And as an actor, even in a naturalist, you can't play levels of reality you necessarily. You just play the scene, play the actions, and the levels of reality are all created by how they're placed next to each other and the logic of things. So as an actor, this is, even though there may be sort of unreal elements, I think you approach them as you would any other scene. I don't want to say conventionally because I'm not sure I'm interested in approaching stuff conventionally. Or maybe I am, but no, it's that you don't play.
Well, and this is not a conventional film.
No, it's very much a David Cronenberg movie. It's got a very specific world, and it's very, I mean, I think it's going to be a lot of fun to see, but it's also, you know, has its moments of philosophical humor and terror.
Well, yeah, and I was reading just from the notes, it said something like it's two of David's favorite things from these notes that I read about him is to see where we create our own levels of reality, which is what this is about, right? And also how a creation can destroy a creator, which is, you know, it's, so it seemed so appropriate that, you know, these two themes are something that he's very into,
right?
Because they're both underlying themes. I don't know. Do you think so?
Do I think?
Do you think that these two statements are underlying themes in this?
Sure. I mean, that's all interpretive. And I think what's wonderful about a filmmaker like David is he's so marvelously obsessive about his personal concerns, fixations, infatuations, curiosities, that they always take different shapes, but I think, you know, somewhere deeply he's working from the same place often, from film to film to film.
So you're a fan of his work.
That's right.
So is that part of what appealed to you about doing this? I mean, besides what was it that drew you into playing this?
I think I was very, you know, I think probably the main reason was I wanted to work with David, and I wanted to support him, you know, in what I do. I just wanted to be a part of his world.
Now, are you into the game-playing world yourself?
I'm not at all.
Mm-hmm.
I'm practically a Luddite. You know, I'm a guy that has no feel for gadgets and very little feel for even computers. I'd rather write longhand than word process on a computer. I'm sort of ashamed to say it, but you know, I always feel like an immigrant that, you know, doesn't learn the language of the land that he moves to. I feel a little backward, but no, I have no feel for technology. But I also see the other part. I haven't found. I see the very sexy, the very intellectual, challenging part of it. It's a way to deal with your fascination with different realities of different levels of reality, different levels of information. I just haven't, from a practical standpoint, I haven't found a way to use technology. I guess I'm mostly talking about computers, computer-based stuff. I haven't found a way to use that in my life because I'm an actor and my work is usually with myself and dealing with other people.